Love. It's the force that drives us, the connection we crave, the feeling that makes us soar. But what happens when love takes a twisted turn? When the person you trust most becomes a master of manipulation, turning your heart into a puppet on a string. Welcome back to The Mind Detective, where we unravel the mysteries of human behavior and expose the hidden truths behind our relationships. Today we're diving into the dark side of love, exploring the 15 subtle signs that your woman might be a master manipulator. Think you're immune? Think again. Even the most confident and self-assured among us can fall prey to the subtle tactics of a skilled manipulator. But knowledge is power, mind detectives, so grab your magnifying glasses and let's uncover the truth together. You're in a relationship that feels like a whirlwind. The highs are intoxicating, the passion is off the charts, and you feel like you've finally met your soulmate. But as time goes on, something feels off. Your partner's moods shift like the tides. They're hot and cold, loving one moment and distant the next. You find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly trying to please them, but always falling short. Arguments twist and turn, leaving you feeling confused and drained. And despite your best efforts, you can't shake the nagging feeling that something isn't right. If this sounds familiar, you might be caught in the web of a master manipulator. But don't despair, mind detectives. We're here to help you spot the red flags, break free from toxic patterns, and reclaim your power. Are you ready to dive into the darkness and uncover the truth? Then let's get started. Now, before we expose the 15 red flags of a master manipulator, let's clarify one crucial point. Not every disagreement or emotional roller coaster means your partner is out to get you. Relationships are complex, and even the healthiest ones have their ups and downs. But when manipulation becomes a recurring pattern, it's time to sound the alarm. Here's where your detective skills come in handy. Pay close attention to these red flags and don't be afraid to trust your gut instincts. Red flag #1. The chameleon. Does your partner change their personality like a chameleon changes colors? One minute they're the sweet, supportive girlfriend, the next they're cold, distant, and unrecognizable. This inconsistency can be a sign of manipulation, as they try to adapt to different situations to get what they want. Red flag #2. The guilt trip queen. Does every mistake, every decision, somehow lead back to you being the sole culprit? Does your partner wield guilt like a weapon, leaving you feeling responsible for their every negative emotion? This is a classic manipulation tactic designed to control your behavior and keep you feeling indebted to them. Red flag #3. The Master of Misdirection. Are you constantly questioning your own sanity? Does your partner have an uncanny ability to twist words, deflect blame, and make you feel like you're always in the wrong? This is a form of gaslighting, a manipulation tactic that erodes your self-confidence and makes you doubt your own perceptions. Red flag #4. The isolation architect. Has your partner slowly but surely cut you off from your friends and family? Do they criticize your loved ones, make it difficult to see them, or even try to turn you against them? Isolation is a classic tactic used by manipulators to control their victims and make them more dependent on the relationship. Red flag #5. The jealousy monster. Does any interaction you have with anyone else trigger a meltdown? Does your partner's jealousy know no bounds, turning every social outing or friendly conversation into a battlefield? This possessiveness is a sign of control and insecurity, aimed at keeping you isolated and solely focused on their needs. Red flag #6. The Pity Playright. Does your partner seem like they have a starring role in a never-ending soap opera of misfortune? Do they weave elaborate tales of woe and hardship, always painting themselves as the victim and manipulating your sympathy to gain control? Be wary of the crocodile tears, mind detectives, and remember that genuine vulnerability doesn't require theatrics. Red flag #7. The future fog machine. Does talking about the future feel like pulling teeth? Does your partner avoid any concrete plans or commitments, keeping you in a state of limbo and uncertainty? This vagueness allows them to maintain control and avoid any future accountability for their actions. Red flag #8. The broken record. Do you have the same argument over and over again, with no resolution in sight? Does your partner use circular logic and deflection to keep you trapped in a frustrating loop of blame and guilt? This tactic is designed to wear you down and make you question your own sanity and ability to communicate effectively. Red flag #9. The mind reader. Does your partner expect you to be a psychic, magically knowing their thoughts and feelings without them ever having to communicate them? Do they punish you for misunderstanding their unspoken desires? This is a manipulative way to avoid responsibility and accountability, placing the burden of emotional labor solely on you. Red flag #10, the Gaslighting Guru. Does reality seem to bend and twist under your partner's influence? Do they deny things they said or did, making you question your own memory and perception? This form of gaslighting is a serious manipulation tactic, aimed at eroding your sense of self and control, making you dependent on their version of reality. Red flag #11, the Financial Puppet Master. Does your partner control your finances, leaving you feeling dependent and indebted? Do they make major financial decisions without your input, or restrict your access to money, creating a power imbalance and making you vulnerable to their control? Remember, financial independence is crucial for any healthy relationship. Red flag #12, the Intimidation Specialist. Does your partner use subtle or not-so-subtle threats to keep you in line? Do you fear their anger, their withdrawal, or even physical harm? This type of intimidation is never acceptable and is a clear sign of an unhealthy and potentially dangerous relationship. Remember, you deserve to feel safe and secure in your relationship. Red flag #13, the Social Media Sphinx. Does your partner's online life resemble a meticulously curated fairy tale, showcasing a picture-perfect relationship that bears no resemblance to your day-to-day reality? Be wary of the curated facade, mind detectives. Remember, social media often presents an idealized version of life, and discrepancies between online persona and real-life behavior can be a symptom of manipulation. Red flag #14, the Double Standard Queen. Does your partner have one set of rules for themselves and another for you? Do they get away with actions you're constantly criticized for? This double standard creates an unequal power dynamic and breeds resentment within the relationship. Remember, true partners deserve and respect each other's boundaries and values. Red flag #15, the Love Bombardment Bait and Switch. Did your relationship begin with an intoxicating whirlwind of affection and attention, making you feel like you'd finally found your soulmate? But did that initial intensity gradually fade, replaced by coldness, manipulation, and control? This love-bombing tactic is often used by manipulators to reel you in before revealing their true colors. Remember, genuine love is consistent and doesn't require grand gestures to prove its depth. Now, mind detectives, if you recognize more than a few of these red flags in your relationship, it's crucial to acknowledge the situation and take action. Remember, you deserve to be in a healthy, supportive partnership where your needs and feelings are valued. This doesn't mean jumping ship immediately. If your partner exhibits some of these red flags but shows a willingness to change or address concerns, open communication and professional therapy can help. However, if manipulation persists and your well-being is at risk, prioritize your safety and seek support from loved ones or professional resources. Remember, you're not alone, and there's help available to break free from toxic patterns and reclaim your power. Thanks for joining me on this Mind Detective investigation. Stay tuned for more relationship mysteries and insights, and don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on this topic. Until next time, stay confident, stay safe, and remember, you deserve true love.